Cazador golf cart. I released this morning a very unflattering video of the very expensive and very useless user's manual for this golf cart. What I want to do now is that I want to access the engine compartment, not just the front, not just the back. Let me show you where we're at, and I'm still disassembling here to try and get to the air filter, let's say, right? I'd like to inspect the engine. I would like to maybe check the air filter to make sure that it's not clogged up, and this is the operation that we're going into, right? So here's the goal. Let me see if I can poke you up inside and we'll take a close look. That's a pivot, right? That implies that this whole upper section of this cart can rock backward. Here's what I'll call, for no other way to describe it, a hook. You see that right center screen right there, right? That looks like this whole business rocks up on that pivot, and then you would have access to the air filter. The air filter is right about here in the middle. I can see it, but I can't access it. So what I'm in the process of doing is pulling a lot of bolts apart in order to gain access to that. What you do have access to by removing the front seat, which is about a 5-second affair, is you can get down into this, right? You can get here. The oil filler, which I would hope to show you later after getting this thing to come up, is back on this side, and not easy to get to. Fuel cell, you can reach that. There's the fuel filter, so forth. So now it's really just a matter of continuing the disassembly until I can get this back portion of the cart to rock back and free itself up. I'm still not there. It's hitting here. What finally did it to sort of get the thing to actually move was I had to remove the bolts from this thing here on both sides, right, and loosen them up to get this hook off of this peg so that it would actually move. So here we go. All right, rather than removing that aluminum panel, watch this. Let's see if we can get smart about this. I don't really know. I have a minimum of 20 bolts that I've removed to get this thing off. I think a few of them may have been overkill, but I don't really know for sure. But I'm going to try something different. Let's take a look. Touches the wheels here on the turn signals. Right. All the bolts along the side here need to be removed, especially this armrest or whatever this is, because you have to take loose the trailer-like apparatus that goes up in that receiver. There's the pin, right, and there is the, I don't know what you call that thing, clip, whatever, it holds it on, right, in order to gain access to this thing. So all this stuff is required to get this removed. And like I said, I've got what, about 10, 11 bolts on this side. Double that, you've got 20 plus bolts to get this thing open. The seat rocks back, and you lift up, and that hits those seatbelt hold downs. So you're gonna have to fight your way through that. There we go. And it comes open to that point. In order to get this completely open, what you'd have to do is jack this up, remove both wheels so you get clearance here, and then it would probably open up all the way assuming you didn't want to do any more disassembly. Then you would have free and clear access to the actual engine compartment itself, and that's a problem. If you want to check oil on this thing and or add it, here is the filler cap for that, and you can reach that with some yoga moves if you just leave all this assembled. You don't need to get, you know, crazy with disassembly. You can get your hands in there around this tire and this fender well and get into it. That's not the most convenient place, but it does actually work. Right, the gearbox filler is actually located in the complete rear of the cart here, and you can get to that fairly easy. Again, you don't need to take all this business apart, but you can get to it. But there's where it's located. So what does it take to check the air filter? Well, there's 5 screws that have been removed. Cover's been removed. That's what this is. You get into here, and you finally have reached the old air filter. Oh, it looks like another screw that needs to be removed. There's oil that's been injected into here. Let's see. I can see it pulled up. Yeah. So you're using oil to capture dirt. Got the foam cover. Well, here's our air filter. What I had to do was to get this little tiny screw out. It was incredibly over tightened, right? I mean, just like crazy over tight. I had to use the Phillips with a wrench on the shaft in order to twist it and get it to pop loose. And then this is how it came off. Right, look just like that. I haven't touched it. That's basically how it was sitting in the machine itself. So it looks like we got a little work to do here, and I'm seeing, you know, possible leakage. Right? Don't know if it's the end of the world, but it's certainly not the optimal situation. Right? I think we can all agree on that. That's about as good as it gets. That is what I would call limited space. Unbelievable. The difficulty that they have made this thing. I mean, like I said, what am I in, 20 plus bolts to get to this point? I'm going to predict that the world of Cazador golf carts, a lot of them are going to be driving around with dirty air filters, because nobody is going to take 20 bolts off of a machine unless they have got a serious problem to resolve. So there it is. Be careful out there. Well, thanks for joining me for this journey here today. I hope you enjoyed that or got something out of it. If you wouldn't mind giving me a like and a subscribe down bottom, it helps me out on YouTube. I appreciate you watching. Thanks, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.